So shall we restart?
Yes, sir.
See, in the same simulation, like single phase PWM rectifier, I want the input voltage to be changed 10% and the output voltage should remain constant. And this is the process of conversion AC supply into DC supply, keeping output voltage constant and maintaining input side unity power factor under the change in supply voltage variation. So what I did, see, this is the step signal I have taken. Initially I have kept 230 RMS value 50 Hz supply, and at 1 second the voltage is changed to 200 volt. Means 30 volt RMS value change I am reflecting reduced voltage in 10th second, 1th second. Okay, and so I did I have taken the controlled voltage source, and here 230 volt initially 230 volt, and this step change it reflects from here. At 1 second it is 230 to 200 volt. Now rest of the things remain unchanged. Okay, so with a small change, let us try to see whether it meets the output voltage 400 volt at current 5 ampere, because the output voltage this is a 400 divided by 5 is our requirement. So the situation is like this. We have this room and 230 volt supply is powering to each device. If suddenly, let's say the few lights, 4 lights are glowing, and if the supply voltage change, so with the change in even 230 volt supply, the voltage at the terminal of the load should not be changed. Otherwise, it may harm to the critical loads or critical things. So let us make the run the simulation. Now the simulation is running. Now the simulation is complete. 1 second. Let us. Voltage is reduced. So this way you have to change, introduce the variable voltage at this input side, and the rest of the control should remain changed. Only the problem is if the output is not coming as per the requirement, so there will be the problem in PI controller. So you have to tune the PI controller, and while tuning PI controller, you should take care the output of PI must voltage PI must be constant and ripple free. And if it is a constant DC value, and the sine template, when you multiply, you will get the reference sine wave. If the reference sine wave is accurate, the switching will be accurately, and this source current will be tracked by the reference current. It will track the reference current. If the reference current will be wrong, then the whole system will be wrong. So now let us first, I will check whether the reference current is okay or not. So see, the reference current is somewhere here. The reference voltage is compared with the actual voltage, DC link voltage. This is the PI controller. This is, so this particular point is the reference current. Third point of this scope is the reference current. So let us first check whether this is a sine wave or not. Okay? See the situation. The third waveform is a sine wave. This is not sine wave. Okay? And it is keep on increasing. It means this is an unbalanced system. If you do the same thing in hardware, it may burn one or two switches, and it will cost more. But if you see the hardware, see the simulation, it is keep on increasing. Means your system becomes unstable. So there is, you have to tune the value so as to maintain the constant. That's the reference current should be constant. Like in previous case, let us see the same situation if the things are normal to previous case. What was the previous case? It was 230 volt was. If everything is 230 volt means there is no change in the input. See what is the situation now. The same waveform, let us see if there is no change in the input voltage. Something goes wrong here itself. क्या issue है? Two 30 into under root 2, 230 into under root 2. And this one is AC supply 50 hertz, 230 under 2 AC. No change. PI. Let us take the PI output first first signal of this block. I said the first signal of this is the PI output. It is a negative and it is having high ripple. It should be constant and ripple free. So there is something flaw in this particular the PI output. You may change this value. Here they have taken some randomly. I am putting some value. So you should not jump directly to result column. You see now the PI output is little bit like this. Earlier it was negative. See whether it is going to establish or not. And as long as it is fluctuating, you have to multiply with the sine omega t. So the sine, this will come a very bad signal. When this becomes constant, sine omega t, when you, let's see the whether we are getting a good sine waveform or not. Let us this way you have to. This is sine and now I am introducing sine omega t also so that at least we know the PLL output is okay. So last waveform again we have to change the layout also. See, this is a sine waveform. It is a parallel output. So it looks good. The sine template we required. See, this is the PI output. When you multiply, this is the 0.5 and it is almost a constant. So when you multiply 0.5 with a sine omega t, you will get the sine omega t. So this waveform and this waveform is same, and this is the reference current waveform. Yes or no? Yes? Yes. So this is the PI output, just I changed, and now it becomes constant and ripple free ideal. And this is the sine wave template which is coming. So the last and first, when it is multiplied, it will reach to this. And this is the waveform I want my inductor current should follow this particular waveform. And how the inductor current should track this waveform? When the diagonal switch is turned on, inductor current will rise. When other diagonal switch is turned on, inductor current fall. And that will be within one switching cycle. So let us see now what is the final output. So though I have just so this is the internal signal of the controller which I have tried to tune. Though it is not a pure sine wave, let's see, this is not, it not looks pure sine wave. But somewhat, even the frequency is different. So there is a problem with the PLL. Okay, let us, for the time being, I remove the PLL. Okay, so this is the VG. I am going to remove all this two block. Removing this sine and PLL, and I am just introduce. I will introduce a small signal. Let us go to the commonly used block. This I am making intermediate, just shortcut method. In hardware, you can you have to do same thing with the sensor. Okay. So what I am doing here, I have just taken the voltage sensor, and here it is a Vm sin omega t. So I will divide by Vm to get the only sin omega t part. So if you see this output voltage, this is the 230 volt constant. So same, this is the peak value, so I will divide it by, the gain is 1 divided by this peak value. Yes or no? If it is a Vm sin omega t is the voltage signal, I divide by Vm to get the only the sine wave, and I want only the sine wave template only. So I got the same template, and that you can run it now. When you run it, you just see the waveform now. See, probably it will. I think I have seen some. Still there is a problem. The last one should be sine wave. This should be sine wave and it is coming constant. So let us check why it is so. This is VG. VG is here. And this Vs is this one. Let's see whether Vs is sine wave or not. This sign is also disturbed. इसका मतलब there is a problem with the source only. Okay, so if there is a problem with the source, let us go back to the source. Which source I should select? Three-phase source, three-phase controlled voltage source. Let us check one more. I am taking. See, actual source is three-phase source. And normally in three-phase source, the phase is connected, one phase is connected at A and the neutral point is connected to second point. Yes or no? Yes. And let us set this value again. So here amplitude, as it is a three phase, please see the you should change the setting. Here the positive sequence is given and the amplitude phase to phase RMS value. How much I should put? 415 or 400? 415, let us put it. And this is a 50 hertz. Time variation, amplitude variation, you can make it either it is 1% less, more in phase A only, and I have, let us say, phase A only, and either I can keep it constant or let us, you can introduce the variable also. So for the small moment, let me, because then PLL will come, then it is variation is required. Otherwise what will happen? When there is change in the input voltage, in control part there is no PLL, so the VM will change. But let us, that issue you said, so I am putting as it is, just I want to see whether the source is working or not. Earlier the source was not good. Now see whether this source is now okay. This is a sine wave, 230 volt, now it is okay. See, PWM converter is not working and therefore only body diode is working. And therefore the input current is non-sinusoidal. As I said, na, every MOSFET has their body diode, IGBT has a body diode, and when they are not working, this type of peaky current will come. This is the peaky current and this will propagate harmonic in the supply line. So it means now my converter is not working. See the voltage expected to be 400 volt. होना चाहिए ना? Because the reference is 400 volt. But as diode is working only, no MOSFET switching is done. So the reference current is, voltage is 300. It is a 319. This voltage is 390. This voltage, and corresponding current should be 5 ampere. So it is less. So no boosting is done. So this is the problem. What could be the reason? Can anybody tell? I said the peak of the DC voltage should be more than the input voltage.
We are applying only phase voltage.
No, we are applying phase voltage, but how much is the phase? It is a okay, 325, and we are keeping 400 volt. Okay, so now the input side is okay. Let's see the controller side. in controller side, see this is the PI controller. I said it is continuously increasing. It is an unbalanced case. It should be constant and ripple free. This is the input current. And see the reference sign template, because sign template is important. See this sign template, it is a true peak value is 2 and it is almost sine wave. This is almost, let's say, the constant. It is not actually constant, but a small cycle. It looks constant. So when this and last is multiplied, you will get this signal. So this is the reference current. Got it? So if you get this first signal, PI output constant, this is already sinusoidal. You will multiply, you will get good reference current. So the overall the PI controller will decide what should be our reference. And if you see the pulses, since only the diode is working, now see whether the pulses are coming or not. PWM pulses, the pulse which is used to see, the pulses are, this should be constant. There should not be missing pulse like this. Here no pulses are there. So there is some problem in this diagram. So you have to diagnose all problems, and then it will work fine. And the main, so this is the final under open loop. This is the result. Okay, but it should reach to 400 volt. This should reach to 5, and the voltage and current both must be in same phase. So though it is converging, but the waveform is not correct. And now, so if I do small things and if it works, it's fine. Otherwise, I will switch over to. So this is the case. Now the converter is not fine. Let me make small changes. In PI, let's change the PI to some value. I said this cannot be. There is no such method. You have to do hard and try and error method. And if it match, it will work fine. See, there is a little change. Now we are close to. So luckily I got the value, and now see, this is closing to 400. This is closing to 5. Now this becomes 400. Voltage and current both are sinusoidal. Now things are fine.
Without PLL also it is working, sir?
Yes. Because small changes, 10% change I have made now.
PLL what was removed, na, sir?
But there I have introduced 230 volt as the peak value. So now it is not coming sin omega t, it is coming few sin omega t, some x value of sin omega t. But still it is working.
Yes, sir.
So as now you can see the quality of waveform input and output.
Yes.
So as a demonstration, I change small things and now it's working. Okay. So, and if you calculate the THD, it will be. I will let's introduce. Okay, time is magnitude. Time is very small, na. See, this change is occurring. Time is 1 to 0.2, but my simulation time is 2. That was the reason. All the changes occur within that 0.2. So beyond 0.2, the things are 230 volt, and that is why PLL is no need affected. So let us change this value to, for entire 2 simulation, this change is occurring. So if I multiply with if I multiply with 10, let this change occurs at 0.5. This occurs at point and this occurs at 2. मतलब within 2 time unit I am want to change voltage to be increase or decrease, and then it should. Now see, there may be chance of error because of the PLL, and here see at the beginning stage stop हो गया क्या? Run it. See, here at the initial stage, though it is a 350, nothing is happening, some error is there. Okay? Voltage level is very less. Now it is closed process. DC किधर गया है? Simulation is now over. Now see the analysis part. This is the DC part. Now see, from initially this point to this point, the voltage is nominal, then voltage is reduced, and then the voltage is increased somewhere here. And see, initially the converter tried to fix up 400, but it is unable to do, so you have to tune the PI, KI, so that it reaches to this. It is going down, so there is a steady state error, and again I have reduced the voltage, so it is not able to track that. So I have to increase the KI so as to it reach to the 400, and if you do the change, then the here. So again, if it is not reached to 400, I have made the voltage change. So again, it will track the new position, and it is keep on going increasing. But again, when it try to reach to 400, by the time I increase the voltage. Okay. So here, since we are doing, the controller is very slow, it is not reaching to that value fast. So let me slightly change the voltage so that it reach to. So now I will change the KP. Now I am getting confidence, so I'll make it 1.5.
Then it is a then integral.
देखते हैं कभी कभी KP it will come with the KP and sometimes see now it reached to 400 directly. Now it is coming down. See, this becomes 400. All are set well, 5 ampere, 400 volt, sinusoidal, both phase voltages. Let's see when the voltage is going down, then what is. See here, now the change is occurring and voltage is now DC link again reached to the final value. Okay, see, I think simulation over. Let's see now. See the situation. Initially, up to up to 0.5, the nominal voltage, and it is reaching to 400. Suddenly, the input voltage is reduced to some value, and therefore the output voltage drops. But as controller is tuned, it is oscillating for less than one cycle, and it reaches to the same 400 volt. So even with change in voltage, it responds and then it reaches to the say, 400 volt. Suddenly at this particular point, the voltage is increased to nominal voltage, and with the result, the DC voltage will fluctuate, and within two duration is how much? 1.5 and 1.8 yearly. 5. How much? It is not visible to me. Let's check here. It is 1.5 to 1.7. Any 0.2. 0.2 second. It responds to change in the disturbance, and then it becomes constant. So this is the ideal converter. It converts AC into DC, and wherever there is change in the supply voltage, normally IEEE suggests 10% variation. And even I did a 20%, 0.8 times any point, I did it, and I got the converter is responding properly, and it reaches to 400. So this is how the converter operates. Okay? If anybody wants to say something or they want something else, they can try with this. Okay? Even you can add load also. Suppose I want to change momentarily change in the load. कैसे करेंगे? Let us I am connecting one load in parallel with the existing load. Means 5 ampere is the load. Now I connect 5 ampere after some duration. So let us take one ideal switch and try to explore the change in load. So power electronic switch. This is the ideal switch. Step signal I want to turn it on. Step. Step signal. So earlier 5 ampere current directly I am connecting, and after few seconds let us I am connecting 2 ampere more. So total 7 ampere load I am connecting. The 2 ampere additional load I am putting after a delay of 1. Matlab in entire simulation is 2. For 1, after 1 I am adding 2 ampere load, and the input side whatever variation it is as it is. So let us think. Let us see whether it responds to this variation. See, now it is 4 and 6, so in between 5 ampere current is flowing, and here input voltage, input current all are maintained. It is same as usual. Now load is increased from 5 to it becomes 7. See. See, here the load is become 7, and now see whether it will respond. Now it becomes 7 now. Here it is, now it is fixed to 7. And here input side, voltage and current both are in same case. So still, if the load is increased, see the entire range. Now, in this case, input is also changing, load is also changing, and the voltage, see the voltage profile also. See entire situation. Initially, 5 ampere current is flowing till this point, 400 voltage is maintained, and during process, voltage and current both are in same phase. At this particular instant, the voltage is reduced, but current is unchanged. So by this time the voltage is changed, fluctuating, but it reached to 5 ampere current and 400 volt till this point. Here the voltage is lesser, but current is now increased to additional 2 ampere, so total 7 ampere. So here the load becomes 7 ampere, but the voltage remains 400 volt at this particular point. Here at 400 volt, the voltage is now increased, and here it fluctuates and maintains 7 ampere. So it means in converter, I have changed the input voltage variation, sometime increasing, sometime decreasing, and the load sometime increasing, sometime decreasing. So both are possible. Even let's say in this one more possibility is there that I want to let initially the system is closed, and at this particular point so initially let the system is closed, at the same time the system becomes open at 2. So now at the same situation the 2 ampere load is reduced, so 5 ampere becomes 3 ampere.
7
No?
to
Okay, 7 to 5. So initially 7 ampere will flow, and at 1 second it will. So see, all the situation is okay. This is 7 ampere, so 400 is maintained. 7 ampere current is flowing. It is not. Now the change is occurred. See the input voltage current ideally perfectly matching, and let's see it is reaching to 7 minus 2, 5. So now it should reach to 5. So it has reached. See. See the situation. Here no change, everything is as it is. This is also falling. The voltage 400 becomes constant. Now the load is 7 ampere till this point. At 1 second, the load is reduced to 5. And again here this fluctuation occurs because the supply is increased. So this way, this PWM converter works fine in all aspects, whether input is varying, load is varying. So this is the simulation one. Now the same thing we have to test with the hardware. Okay, so this is about the PWM converter with the full bridge converter. Now if you see one more simulation, just quickly I will go. In this I said single phase half bridge converter, in which instead of 4 diode, 4 IGBT, I have used 1 leg and 1 capacitor. This control is same as what we have discussed. Only thing, you have to maintain this capacitor voltage, individual capacitor voltage, more than peak of the supply voltage. Why? Because the theory part of this I have already covered. I just now, I think I have given one. I just now. In this one converter, I was just this converter. The same converter now I am going to realize. See, if the top switch is on, this inductor current rise. If bottom switch is on, inductor current fall. Okay, and if you make several times in one switching cycle, so inductor current rise, fall, and so that way I should operate this. So the same topology, same the concept which I just, and this is a simple block. Output voltage, actual voltage, error is compared with PI controller, then sign template is multiplied, you will get reference current, and this actual current is compared and passed to the PI, you will get that one. Only the additional part is individual capacitor voltage should be maintained, and so that part let's see here. So the same converter I have realized, one coil, one switch, this way. Let us run it. Yes, now it is completed. See this part. Here the input voltage is with blue color and orange color is the current, which shows the sine wave. 400 voltage is maintained and the 5 ampere current is now reached. Here the middle one is the individual capacitor voltage. And since there is a problem in the PI controller of individual capacitor voltage, and therefore ideally if it is a 400 volt, see the capacitor. This is the 400 volt DC link, so individual capacitor should be 200 each. And ideally it should be maintained to 200 each, then it will work fine. But here, see, this is the control for capacitor balancing. Half of the voltage is 200, actual capacitor is 10, and this PI should be tuned properly to get the current. But in my simulation, that PI is creating problem, and with the result, see, here it is a 200 plus some value, 210. And other is 210, so lower will be less than 10. But in total, it should maintain 400 volts, so this 400 voltage is maintained. So this converter is also half bridge, single phase, half bridge, doubler circuit. If you see the input voltage for this converter, let's say the input voltage for this converter, how much I have taken? This is 110 volt. So from 110 volt AC voltage multiply with under root 2. How much its value? 110 into under root 2. It will be 140, 150. But I want to maintain individual voltage 200 volt. So this converter will work only when if the individual capacitor voltage should be more than the peak of the voltage. So if you have, suppose you are putting here 230 volt, so individual capacitor should be maintained more than 325. Means to maintain 325, let us take 400 each. So from this converter, you can make the voltage up to 800 volt. Individual 400 volt, total 800 volt DC link. So if you want more voltage from the single phase converter, you can go for this double this circuit, and this is a very cheap and cost effective. You need only one leg of inverter and the rest is additive. Okay? In continuation with this, I am since I am working presently with integrated battery charger, so let us say I am targeting Ola bike. In Ola bike, we have a 3-leg VSC and then capacitor with battery, 3-leg VSC and the motor. Now I want to, motor has a 3 winding, so I can use one winding of the motor as a this part, one inductor. There are 3 legs or one capacitor, so one leg of this and capacitor, the split capacitor can be used to convert AC into DC. Now again I have a 2 more leg available there in the VSC. So such 2 leg is available and 2 windings are available. So that can be used as a 2-phase buck converter. Multi-phase buck means 2-phase buck converter. So my present student is working with the Ola battery, Ola bike, where the integration feature can be inbuilt and they can just plug in at any place and the AC-DC conversion can be done, and simultaneously the two-phase buck converter can be realized to other diagonal. So that presentation was also there, but it is ready, but it is not available in this system. Otherwise, I will. So that's all for today, and that's all from my side. If you have anything to this query, please speak. So thank you everybody. If you have any query or any suggestion, feel free to ask here, or you can even text mail to me. The system already, website is available, everything is updated in the website. You can reach to me through my personal mail, personal mobile number. Nothing is sacred, everything is black and white. Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you. Thank you.
Very big thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and sharing your expertise. We would like to express our gratitude and acknowledge your efforts by presenting a memento. So I request Program Coordinator Dr. Ashish Maheshwari, sir, to please present the resource person, a memento. Thank you, sir. With this, we conclude day 3 of this MPP. Thank you all.